Even watching Winona come out for the first time, Catherine for the first time in her red wig, seeing the house was incredible.
Yeah, seeing the model was incredible. Yeah, going to Vermont was really kind of impressive, you know, just to see that.
Yeah.
Mi mamá creció aquí, en la casa de la colina.
¿En la mansión fantasma? ¿Tu mamá es Lydia Dietz?
Hi, I'm Javier Ibarreche, and I'm here with JENNA ORTEGA and Justin THEROUX to talk about Beetlejuice. How are you guys doing?
Woo, good.
Yourself?
Good. I wanted to start by asking, Jenna, you've become part of now several movie franchises that were huge since the 80s and that are now making a strong comeback in recent years. Beetlejuice is the latest, and funny enough, the second one in which you work with Tim Burton.
Right.
Thinking of all these roles, I was wondering, is there more pressure for entering such iconic worlds, or is there comfort in knowing that the world had already started to be built?
No, it's one of the most stressful things I've ever experienced. I don't sleep because there's so much. I've been very fortunate in my career where the franchises that I do join are so loved and cared for, and the fans respect it so much that, you know, coming in and being the new kid on the block, you want to do it as much justice as you possibly can. So I think for me, it's just more of, it's nice. What is nice about it is being able to do homework and have something to refer back to and go, okay, so this is what I'm feeling. Because, you know, sometimes you do movies and you have no idea what the tone is, what you're supposed to be doing, what the final result is going to be. So it's nice to kind of have an idea, but that still doesn't mean that you almost work twice as hard because you've got to prove yourself in that world.
Right. And I mean, entering now also the world of Beetlejuice, I want to start by saying, Justin, that your character made me laugh like an insane person. In this,
good.
He's so funny.
And it's funny because Beetlejuice, the movie is funny, but it's not exactly a comedy, and it's scary, but it's not exactly horror. When you approach a character, do you think of genre? And what was the first thing that you decided for the character of Rory?
I do think of genre. I immediately try and sort of place it. This is obviously already well placed, and the tone had been set. I've often sort of times thought of like what it would be like if Tim was a first-time director and you walked onto that set, or you hadn't seen the first Beetlejuice, you'd be like, what the hell is this guy?
It was his second though.
It was his second movie.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Actually, we were talking with
Him
Michael last night,
yeah.
and he was saying like before he did the first Beetlejuice, he was saying like he had like 2 meetings with Tim, and he was like, I don't know what that guy wants, but I'll try it, you know.
Right.
And then, sorry, what was your second question?
What was the first thing you decided for the character of Rory?
We thought, me and Tim we did a bunch of Zooms, and we were kind of just giggling about the different possibilities. And one thing we thought was that he's sort of a shapeshifter, and that he would probably want to look like his girlfriend, so he would want to try and mimic her style in his clothing, but he'd be kind of like not quite right about it. And then the thing that made us both really laugh was that he would be kind of like overly emotional, you know, like, and sort of almost like he was in his own telenovela, you know, like everything was just heightened, and he felt too deeply, and, you know, and he was quick to tears, and, you know, and that just for some reason made us laugh, you know, particularly with his sort of agenda in the movie, which is to sort of, you know, marry the rich wife, you know. So it just cracked us up.
And there's like, thinking of the world of Beetlejuice, there are so many things that come back in this movie that made the first one so memorable. Was there a moment for both of you guys where you thought for the first time like, oh, I'm in a Beetlejuice movie? Like, was there a specific moment on set where you kind of realized what you were a part of?
I think like every moment.
Yeah, every day was, even watching Winona come out for the first time, Catherine for the first time in her red wig, seeing the house was incredible.
Yeah, seeing the model was incredible. Yeah, going to Vermont was really kind of impressive, you know, just to see that house.
Yeah,
like,
it built on the same hill with the same locals who had lived there since they shot the original. It was a really, really kind of special, spiritual experience, and I felt so lucky to be able to watch, you know, Winona and Tim react to that and take that all in. But also Afterlife. Anytime somebody else was shooting something, we would sneak off to other sets just to get a glimpse of, you know, what we were potentially missing out on or weren't able to see, and it was mind-blowing. I've never seen anything like it before.
For you as well? Like
same. Soul Train set was like, I went there, I don't have any scenes there, but I was like, I wanted to see every single piece of it, you know. And even I wanted to, it was one of those movies where you kind of wanted to go even when you had a day off, because you knew they were shooting a certain scene, and you'd be like, ooh, I'd love to see that scene, you know. And you know, and it's the same thing. It was like a very kind of touching thing to see Michael, Winona, and Tim working together again. And there was sort of a reverence around that, and their process. And, watching Michael, he's such a particular and specific kind of actor. So just watching him bounce off of Tim and go, oh, maybe we try, and the way they would create the moments was really fun to sort of just have a front row seat to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for your time. And again, as far as this movie, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Regresó la...
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.